Good morning, all. Welcome to the pre-market report of June 8th. I am Binu from Acumen Capital. Today at 10 a.m., the RBI monetary policy announcement is there. So that is the most critical factor for our market. Anyway, we are getting strong data across global markets. In Asia, today Hang Seng up by 2%. Then Japan, Taiwan, these markets up by more than 1%. Singapore Nifty showing a 60-point gain at opening. Yesterday, US market closed for the second straight day, even after negative news from retail segment. So the energy stocks moved up yesterday in US, especially after the US crude prices moved up to 13-month high. After that, technology stocks also moved up. So at closing, before that, during our market hours yesterday, Dow Jones futures was down by around 200 points. And at opening also, US markets were down. But US market recovered later yesterday and closed higher. So it was a volatile day once again. But at closing, Dow Jones closed higher by 0.8%, while S&P 500 up by 0.95%, and Nasdaq also up by 0.94%. Another factor to watch, yesterday US bond yield slightly down to 2.985%. So it's below its critical level of 3%. So this happened after Australia surprisingly raised high interest rates. So it is the biggest single time raise in Australia in last 22 years. So Australia hiked rates by 0.5% and announced that more rate hikes are on the way. Today RBI meeting is there. Tomorrow European Central Bank meeting is there. They may stop their bond purchase program and announce plans for a rate hike. Next week US Fed meeting is there. So every central banks are now trying to catch up with the inflation and control it. So in coming days also we have to face more strong action from the global central bank. Now oil prices steady yesterday. It is still trading around that $120 per barrel. Iran nuclear talks still pending. Then US demand is increasing. So all these news are there. But the important level for crude oil is Brent crude is at $125. So if it crosses that level, once again we may see more activity on the upside. So coming to our market, yesterday World Bank downgraded Indian economy. So they have downgraded the GDP forecast from 8.7% earlier to 7.5%. So it's a 1.2% cut by World Bank. But nothing to worry, because our RBI has guided for 7.2% growth only for this financial year. So World Bank projection is better than RBI's projection. But most likely today RBI may again revise its growth forecast. So in a recent talk, the RBI governor told that expectation of more rate hike is a no-brainer. So that means definitely rates are going to be higher. Now the RBI, the Monetary Policy Committee, has to look into many critical factors, many critical data from the economy. So the CPI inflation last month came at 7.79%, the highest level in last 80 years. WPI inflation is at 15.08%. So for last 13 months, it is above the double-digit mark. Another news, our trade deficit last month reached record level at $23 billion. Now, Another important thing to note is that the bond yield, India bond yield, is at very high level. Yesterday, the 5-year government bond yield reached 20-year high level, and 10-year bond yield still at 3.5-year high level. So it is the fastest pace of bond yield since 2008 financial crisis. So it clearly indicates that the bond market is expecting more rate hike, not only for today, but in coming policy meetings too. So we have another six meetings in the coming 6 to 8 months. So now market is expecting that today it will raise hike, then in August meeting again it may hike, October, December, February, April. So next 6 meetings RBI will hike rates from 4.4% today to more than 6%. So that is the expectation now. But the immediate level to watch is 5.15% repo rate, because that was the pre-COVID repo rate. So today nobody knows exactly at what level RBI will hike rate, whether it is 0.35 or 0.5%. But anyway, expect more volatility. But as of now, nobody is expecting a CRR hike again today, because 2 weeks before RBI surprisingly increased the CRR rate by 0.5%. Now the liquidity, not much liquidity is there in the market, so RBI may not hike CRR rate. But if RBI hike by 0.25%, then that could be major negative news for banking sector. So watch out all the comments from RBI. Now we have to watch for RBI's comment on the economy, the GDP estimates, and the inflation projection. Last 4 months of this year, inflation is above 6%, above RBI's projected level of inflation. So RBI's next projection is very important. So if RBI projects more inflation, that may be a negative news for market. Now, one more important factor to watch, monsoon. So the monsoon news is that the first 7 days, monsoon is 37% below its normal level. And in Kerala, monsoon is 48% below its normal level for the first 7 days. So it's again worry for RBI. So today from 10 o'clock, we may see lot of announcements from the Monetary Policy Committee, and all the news flashes may be important for market. Today, nothing to discuss more about stock specific things. Anyway, all the rate specific industries will be on action, the banks, the auto sector, so NBFCs. So all these sectors will be very active today. And there is one news to watch. That is oil refineries. Yesterday, all the oil refineries, MRPL, and then Chennai Petroleum, these stocks went up by more than 13-14% because of the expectation of higher GRM, gross refining margin for the refineries. Remember, Reliance already up 10% in the last couple of days. So oil refineries uptrend may continue in coming days. So regarding the index level, today may be a critical day for the bulls. So after the monetary policy, if market cannot move up, then it may be a big problem for the bull operators in coming weeks. So today there may be a positive gap up opening, but after that, Nifty, say after 10 o'clock, after the major announcement from RBI, Nifty should sustain above 16,517 level. So if we get a hourly candle close above 16,517, then there could be some intraday positive movement based on the RBI comments. So the next important level to watch is 16,650. As I told before, that is the 38% retracement of the fall. So this is very critical level, 16,650. So the bulls want a closing of Nifty above 16,650. Then only they will have some hope about market in the coming days. So 16,650, a closing is required for bulls. And intraday major resistance on the upside is 16,761. But on the other side, the support, the first support for the day is at 16,300 level. So after the RBI policy, if a 1 hour candle closes below this 16,296, then we may see more intraday corrections. For that, 16,187 will be the first lower support, followed by support at 16,081. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.